what is it that we can learn from nature? So I don't know where you live, but I've actually lived my entire life in two cities. And my goal was actually to go and live in Dubai or Los Angeles, Singapore, and things like this. But since a few months, life has taken me on a different path, and I had the opportunity to live in very close contact with nature for the last 6 months. And I can tell you that that has changed my view on reality tremendously. Because initially, of course, I loved nature. Who doesn't love nature? But I just saw it as this nice little thing of like, yeah, you know, every once in a while you take a walk, you look at trees, how nice. Or you go on a holidays and you engage with the ocean, with the mountains, with the rivers, with the lakes, and you receive all this beautiful energy. And then you go back to your normal life. Yet, what can we learn from nature instead of just seeing this as a nice little painting that we take a look every once in a while? We can learn so much. I've learned so much, and I've received so much healing from nature itself. Because let's remember, nature is consciousness itself, as we are. The difference is that we are forgetting that we are consciousness, while nature doesn't need to forget, because it already embodies that incredible perfection in itself. And so when we look at nature, what do we see? We see perfection, we see balance, we see beauty, and we see receivership. Because, for example, plants, these beautiful, incredible plants, what are they doing? They are being. Here they are receiving. And while receiving, they also give. They give oxygen, they give nurturing to this beautiful planet and to us humans as well. So what is it again that we can learn from nature? We can learn that we don't need to be anything, because we already are everything. We don't need to fix things in us, because we already are embodying that perfection and that wholeness. So instead of approaching, for example, the spiritual path or the healing path from a frame of fixing, let's approach it more from a frame of remembering. What is it that we need to let go of that we are not, that we think we are but we are not? And on the contrary, what do we need to remember that we are? And so when we do that, we realize that most often than not, what we're doing is we are acting against our nature, because we're not being and receiving. We're just going against the grain, going against the current, and not wanting to just surrender. And so that works. That works for many people. It's not good or bad. There is no judgment in anything I'm saying. It's just a thought that I want to share with you. But the point is that while we can do it, should we do it? Is it necessary for us to do it? Why are we doing it in the first place? And if you sit with these questions and you ask yourselves these questions in many different layers, you will find that most of the things that we are doing are not helping us remember who we are, but they're actually keeping us stuck into this, not into this, but into a specific frame of reality, into a specific frame of looking at the world, looking at society, looking at other people, looking at ourselves, looking at our family, looking at our past, looking at our trauma, etc., etc., etc. And so, what should we do? We shouldn't do anything, most interestingly than not. Or better, we should stop doing what we think we have to do, and we have to stop for a second to receive and look at nature, to remember, what do I have to do? And you will see that what you really have to do is to be, is to receive. And as you're being yourself in this beautiful present moment, and as you're receiving all this beautiful energy that is always around you, then you are becoming who you need to be. Not because you want to be that specific person, but it's because that is who you are supposed to be into this current manifestation of your human consciousness. So that then you can bring forth whatever it is that you need to bring forth. That might be, being a dad, a mom, a spouse, a friend, a coworker, a leader, a guide, anything. But what changes the game here is the frame from which you do it. Because you do it from a frame of completeness, and you do it from a frame of being surrounded by the teachings and embodying the teachings that you are receiving from nature, which again is nothing more than a manifestation of consciousness. So we also are nature. Nature is us, we are nature. And so next time that you walk around and you see some nature, maybe it could be a park, it can be just a simple plant, or it can be a beautiful scene like this one, try to stop for a second and really ask to the landscape that you have in front of you, what can I learn? What can I receive? And then start embodying it on your day-to-day.